everybody, and welcome to another episode of Millennial Movie Talk, episode 56. I'm one of your hosts, Braden Dixon. Joining me, as always, the wonderful Alex Lamb.
Hello. I wouldn't say I'm wonderful, but pretty good.
Also wonderful Michael Herman.
I'd sound wonderful. Hello.
And the also wonderful Steph Rillo.
Debatable.
I'm going to remain neutral in this.
Find another adjective.
I thought you were just going to wave then, Steph, and I was like, there are still podcast listeners, so you still have to say hey.
That is true. Hello.
There we go. Now,
hello,
guys,
audio only listeners.
Yeah. That's one for the podcast listeners. How's everyone been enjoying this week, per se? The world's still topsy-turvy, jumping and flipping around and doing whatever it does.
I'm getting excited because it looks like SA is going to start to maybe think about letting us get back to our routines. So give me something to look forward to. Even though I ordered some paint by numbers and it's like we're all going to be out of the house by the time they arrive.
Yeah, I ordered another puzzle, and it's still coming.
You got that other puzzle done, didn't you?
Nah. It's been a day on it and it's still just sitting out there now. It's been too cold. God. It's outside. It's been too cold.
Bring it inside.
There's got no room to put it inside.
Yeah, that's fair. Michael, what about you?
I've done nothing really.
Nothing but
I've had uni assignments. I got one due in 5 days and I'm still nervous about it.
I've been just putting a lot of numbers into Excel because for my big group project.
Yeah.
A lot of numbers into Excel.
I would hate to do a group project.
Mine's just writing HTML code for websites, so like it's kind of stressful if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I have to do a PowerPoint.
Oh, here we go.
I
gotta do a PowerPoint. I gotta do public speaking, and I do a podcast, so I'm good at that.
Yeah, mine's how my whole group project about how caffeine affects reaction time. So,
I feel like
aren't you doing a science degree? Oh, I guess that's a biology, maybe.
That's definitely like a high school assignment that I did. I did that in like year 11, like something.
Oh no!
I did it year 12.
We literally the whole thing was because it's all online. Like, and it's not for like a specific like type of science. It's just kind of like the core course you have to do in first year.
Yeah.
And they're like,
you're still in first year.
You need to. It's like you need to make you need to design an experiment based around testing reaction time, and then that's all they told us. And then we had to like come up with all this shit.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, cool. Let's just make it.
We tested like so many things. Like we had to test for so many things. So there's so many numbers that are just so irrelevant.
Sounds like a nightmare. I have an assignment that was due maybe a week ago that I still got to start.
How don't you get 0 by then?
Nah, arts and stuff.
What's your excuse for not doing it though?
Arts and stuff.
Okay.
Excuse it's arts and stuff.
I handed up my network design requirements document the other day, and that was pretty beefy.
Beefy boy.
Yeah, and then a 16,000 word assignment the week before that. Yeah.
That was longer than my thesis.
Yep.
16,000 or 1,600?
16. I can pull it up for you.
Jesus, that's insane. I don't want you to because that's insane.
It got to the point where it was a 16,000 word assignment, and there was 3 of us doing it.
Right.
So, and it got to the point where we were doing it on the Google Drive, and the Google Drive just died. Like it kept.
Jesus.
There was so much work and so much stuff in there that it took an hour to load.
Oh, that's nuts.
Anyway, movies.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about? Do we want to take one of these questions, or do we want to jump into what we've been watching?
We're not doing questions.
I'll jump into my segment.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. So into sports music.
I don't know why, but I watched The Blind Side.
You know what? Fair enough. I have you seen it before?
I had watched it like it was on TV.
It's always on TV.
When I was staying at my nan and pop's one time, and like this was ages ago, so I kind of remembered bits of it, but this is the first time I've sat down and watched it properly.
Thoughts?
Did you cry?
I didn't cry, but it is like a very heartfelt movie.
It does hit you in the feels.
I enjoyed it. It's a kind of it's a nice movie.
I haven't seen it in a minute.
Yeah, that film was one of those ones that like it was one of the like few that my school had on DVD. So like it was ended up being like that and Mulan. Like I've seen so many times.
We watched Mulan in Chinese or Indonesian, what the fuck it was.
Yeah,
in Chinese.
We also watched Karate Kid. I remember that.
And we watched IP Man or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you guys watched the Matrix and Religion. I don't know what sort of.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Matrix.
We did watch Matrix.
Your guys' curriculum was all sorts of messed up.
I remember one year we watched Cool Runnings in like year 7 or something, or year 8.
What'd you learn from Cool Runnings?
Fuck, I don't know. It's a great movie. And then we watched Rudy in like.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's a deep.
Well, my sister actually came home from school yesterday and she's like, Mum, I need you to sign this permission form. We're watching Blade Runner in English.
Oh!
And I was like,
Why are you going to watch Blade Runner in English?
Wow. That's a cool
Wait, which
story.
one? The original one or 2049?
Original. She wants to watch 2049 afterwards.
So good.
So, like, I mean, really?
Just to give a bit of insight into my life at the moment, my grandparents were having a discussion the other day about how, because they've been home a lot and can't go out to shops and stuff, so they've been watching lots of movies. I've just been hearing them ragging on films that we absolutely love and just saying how rubbish they were. Blade Runner 2049 included. People like it's hilarious just hearing their opinions on stuff that like we really like, and they're like, "Oh, that was garbage."
Yeah, because old people don't have that much of an attention span now. So if it's like a movie like Blade Runner 2049, they're just like, "What's happening?"
Yeah, bless. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, it's just a lot of talking."
Well, that's like you find a lot of fans of the original Mad Maxes hating Fury Road because they're saying it's just like, my dad hated it. I took him to see it. He was so excited because he loves the original. He said, that sucked. He goes, it was just a car ride. There was no like world building around it. There was no.
Yeah, my dad didn't love Fury Road either. Like, he didn't hate it, but he didn't love it.
No, I showed my pop Fury Road and he liked it, but I don't know if he's actually ever watched.
It is very different to the original Mad Max. It's like there's not very much dialogue to begin with, and like, you know, it's not about a journey. It's just it is a car chase, but I like it. So
that's interesting how they were like, oh, there wasn't any world building. It's like there is. There's a lot of world building that they do. They show you a lot of stuff that's happening, and it gives you insight into how that world works. They just didn't put it to words.
Yeah.
I made my dad watch Men in Black. Not Men in Black. That's the thing. I keep calling Bad Boys 3 Men in Black. Because it's Will Smith, and it's absolutely Will Smith.
Oh my god!
I made my dad watch. I didn't make him. We decided to watch Bad Boys for Life the other night. He enjoyed that.
Nice. Yeah, my dad has Bad Boys 1 and 2 on DVD, so he will have to check that out at some point.
I don't think my dad would like. I can't imagine my dad liking Bad Boys 2 though.
Nah.
No, I mean Bad Boys 2 is not good.
Yeah, bless. Anyway, yeah, Michael, Blindside. How'd you find the hit you in the feels rescue white woman?
Yeah.
Did he regain his sight?
I've always known the story. Like, it's one of those movies you know what it's about and stuff.
My mum loves it.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, watching it again, kind of remembering parts that I had seen.
Yeah. I was going to say, even just from you mentioning it now, I'm trying to like rack my brain and think like, oh yeah, like all the different things that happened in that film. Like,
I remember a car accident. That's it.
It's definitely a car accident.
Yes.
I'm capped out.
Like, when he walked into his room and he's like, oh, like, is that my own bed or my own room or whatever?
Yeah, when he first gets the house, and it's like he has his own like space and stuff.
Yeah, he's not used to having his own stuff. Yeah. I think I might also be blending together parts of The Blind Side and Remember the Titans, because that was one of the other DVDs that my school had.
I've not seen Remember the Titans.
No, I haven't either. I reckon that might be the next one.
As well.
Denzel is so good in Remember the Titans.
Channing Tatum in it too? Ryan Gosling's in it. Channing Tatum. I'm thinking of Coach Carter.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, if you make Remember the Titans your next one, that's a good flick.
That is a good movie.
It's on Disney Plus.
I might need to.
Is too. I keep forgetting that's a Disney.
There we go. That's sport. I watched The Blind Side.
Hell yeah. Connecting sport and just what we've been watching in general. Anyone else hopped on that MJ Last Dance?
Yeah, it's still me. I haven't watched the newest one, so I've only watched the first 4.
Yeah, my dad and I have watched the first 2 so far. And we're going to watch.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking so far?
I'm mainly loving the fact that they aren't committing to just one person being like, oh, they were the person who caused like all the trouble. Like they're giving it in a really good, solid way where they're like, oh, the manager's the bad guy, and then they're like, well, no, but also Scotty was the bad guy at one point, and then but MJ's the bad guy at one point. Like they do a really good job of giving a big overall view while also showing the good things that those other people did.
You start understanding why people took those stands as well, and like did what they did. Like, you know, when it came to Pippen, it was like, well, he was like, as one of like the best players in the league, he was like the 100th top like paid player. Like he was so underpaid and underappreciated when it came to like management. He didn't know if they were just going to trade him, and then like, you know, so he decided that he wasn't going to re-sign to try and push them.
Yeah, exactly.
To the edge.
And hearing his explanation for it really does a good job of making you understand where he was coming from. Yeah. So then you go, oh, well, I mean, yes, he's being a bit of he's being a dick, but he's also like, he's making a lot of sense as well.
Well, I'll wait till next week. We hopefully have watched the episode about Dennis Rodman.
Oh yes, I'm excited for Dennis Rodman because
that's a good episode.
He's a mad lad. I love it.
I hate to be the guy just to break up the tension. Steph, you got to turn your phone down.
Yeah.
Do I?
Yeah,
you kept texting me last week.
We're getting some echo.
Yeah, I kept messaging like 5 times last week. I didn't want to interrupt Dan.
Yeah.
You're really mad. You look really
I kept hearing it.
how's that?
Let's see. I'll talk for a second. How's that echo on Steph's end? Seems fine.
Oh, good. Sorry to interrupt you, the audience, with some boring shit.
But yeah, no. Well, I'm keen for you to watch the Dennis Rodman, because there's one thing, and it's like, because like Dennis Rodman is like, he's a weird character, and he's always been a weird character. And there's something like MJ and Phil Jackson understood that, and there's something that I don't know how well you might have just known as a Bulls fan, but there's there's one thing they do, and it just makes you understand like how lenient they were with him. Like they understood like, oh no, he just needs to do this, and then he can come back refreshed. Like,
yeah, it's the kind of thing where he'll go off and do something super, super out there, and it'll like other people would not handle it at all, and they would just like let him do his thing. He'll come back and he'll freaking smash on the court.
Because it's great because as they're going through like, you know, as they're going through the years, you get to see like they talk about the bad boy Pistons. Yeah. And it's just like, you forget how like aggressive that team was.
Oh man, the NBA in the 90s
was fantastic.
Good time.
Or I bought anyone else with NBA talk for
I was going to say, I highly recommend other people jump on it as well. But legit, like I'm really liking how they're doing the jumping to and fro from like earlier in his career to then reaching the point where they're following along with the 98 year. Like, it's so good. I'm loving it.
Yeah. Just also episode 4 is where you get the little beef between Isaiah Thomas and MJ, and it's great. I love it.
Good.
I'm loving it. I'm very keen to watch the next 2 episodes.
Isn't one of the next episodes like the Kobe episode?
Yeah, I think that's episode 5 that it starts off with like a tribute to Kobe and stuff. And like it's him talking about when he entered I'm presuming it's like because it starts at when he entered the league and like how, you know, he used to go to MJ for advice and stuff. But I'll see when I watch it.
Yeah, it should be interesting. What else have you been watching, Michael?
So other than that, and the homework, I finally got around to finishing Community, because after binging season 1 to 3, which I always like, I find it so great that I can do it. I slow down when I get to the last 3 seasons.
Yeah,
and I hadn't watched season 6 with like a lot of attention in a while, like since it came out.
Yeah,
and this is the one thing I want to talk about. So that final episode, you know, everyone like the whole thing's about Jeff kind of accepting that, you know, everyone's going to move on and like he's going to, you know, be at Greendale still and all this sort of stuff. And it ends really nicely. They have like, you know, your nice songs playing, like he kind of accepts it. Abed and Annie go to the airport to start their lives in different places. And then like, so after this nice moment, because they always had the gags, like as the credits play, it's always been a thing. But instead of just ending it when it pops up saying #6 seasons, like finishing it there, they cut to one of these gags and it just ruins the fucking moment.
What gag is this?
It's so what it is. It's an advert, a commercial.
Yeah, for the board game.
And it just takes away from it because, like, you know, they're trying to be meta with the board game. So, you know, there's one thing where they're like, it's a little prop of a script. And it's like the script to the thing, and the family gets, you know, like an existential crisis sort of thing. And then it goes in, like, as they got the thing sitting there, it goes into like, you know how they sometimes talk really fast at the end of it?
Yeah, they start talking about how season, like the crate leaving and stuff. Yeah, I remember that.
They start taking digs and stuff, and it's like, all right, like they've done it before during the show, like that season. They take.
Well, they did it earlier in the episode. I remember when Abed does the 6 cool, one for each year, and then Chang farts in the fourth one.
In the fourth one, yeah. Like that's a little funny joke, but like just with that commercial, it just broke it. And like, I guess because I hadn't watched it in a while, it just could be my favorite show. That pissed me off.
I guess it could be like, I mean, it's nowhere near as bad as this, but like, it's kind of when you should be celebrating the show you had. They kind of reflect on the negatives of it. When like you should be celebrating that it's coming to an end, and you know, not many shows like Community get a final for a final farewell season.
I was going to say Community, a lot of the time they get completely cancelled and cut, and they don't get an ending like they want.
Community, like literally that final season was on Yahoo.
Yeah, exactly. They got lucky.
They got lucky because like the whole gag through the show is 6 seasons and a movie, and it was very much looking like there wasn't even going to be a 6th season. Like,
but yeah, I mean, that kind of reminds me. It's nowhere near as bad as this, but the whole last episode of 2.5 Men was.
I've never seen the last episode.
It was just the creators like shitting on Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, I remember you saying this when literally it happened.
The show ends with Charlie Sheen walking like a fake double, like stunt double of Charlie Sheen, like just a body double of Charlie Sheen walking up, ringing the doorbell of the iconic house, and then a piano falls on him, and then it just pans out to the creator of the show sitting in his chair, and he turns around, looks at the camera, and says "winning," and the show ends.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, it's just toxic, really.
It's like there's no need for it. Like you've taken digs at it in the show in a funny way that doesn't take away from like the moment in the show.
Like it doesn't sound very funny.
When Chang does
the show's funny. I don't think I'd laugh at that.
Yeah, but like when Chang does the fart joke, like it's his character to do stupid stuff like that. So like
season
it's
4
his character.
Was season 4 Changnesia?
Yeah,
that sucked.
Yeah,
Changnesia's
look. I tolerate season 4 because I love Community.
But didn't season 4 introduce Jonathan Banks, Hickey, or whatever his name is?
That's season 5.
Okay, because I like Jonathan Banks in the show.
Yeah, no, that's season 5 because that's the hot love of one with when Troy leaves.
I've been rewatching Community as well, and I'm up to season 4 now with Changnesia, and I'm like, this is where it's starting to like. You want to think about ending the show now because if it keeps going,
you can just tell Dan Harmon wasn't writing it, and it happens straight away. You see in the first episode because it's like they've got like the really like because it's in like Abed's head like the show, but like they have the fake like laugh reels, and it's just so over the top, and it's just
and I had something in my head, forgot. Cut away from me.
But that was kind of the one point I wanted to make. Like I love the show to bits. Like it is like hands down my favorite show. But like just the way it ended, like just on that really annoyed me.
It's a very justifiable complaint.
I would compare it to if you were walking through an airport with someone who you were never going to see again, and you're like, thank you for the times we've had. And the entire time you're walking through the airport, you're having a really in-depth, like meaningful chat, and you're having a real beautiful moment. And just as they're about to like walk down like the gate and leave you forever, they're just like, thank you. And they slap you in the face and run.
Yeah. Like literally after it finished, I rewound it watched the last like 10 minutes of the actual episode, and then when it popped up with the black screen, I just stopped watching there, so I didn't have to end it on the commercial.
Nice. You forced your own good ending.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all I've been watching, because I've just been
no more Harry Potter
YouTube video. No, because my sister went back to school, so we haven't really.
I keep forgetting school's a thing.
We haven't found.
I know,
time
right?
yet.
Like, grow up.
Yeah, like teach yourself.
But yeah, that's me and my little thing I wanted to say. So
nice.
there we go.
I think I'll go. Looks like Braden will go.
I was going to say, you can go if you want. I'll go.
Yeah, fuck it.
I don't have too much to talk about. I have been so I watched MJ's Last Dance documentary, first 2 episodes with my dad. Loving that so far. We'll keep watching that with him. I have been completely binging on Clone Wars and Steven Universe.
Are you ready for this? With Clone Wars, I just skipped and watched the last 4 episodes. I didn't watch the full last season because I've heard that the last season they break it up three different story arcs, and the first one's fun. It's okay. It's about the clone troopers. Second one is dull. It's about Ahsoka and these 2 twins, and it's pretty dull and boring. And then the third one is like when Revenge of the Sith's happening at the same time, and you're seeing all the stuff with that.
Yeah, I have weirdly somehow avoided majority of spoilers. The only thing I know, which isn't even really a spoiler because it's the kind of thing you would expect them to do, is that they do explore Order 66 is all I know.
Well, I watched this morning. I binged the last 4 episodes.
Yeah, nice. So yeah.
It's like a cool movie. Like it's honestly some of the best Star Wars content that's come out recently. It's amazing.
Yeah. So especially I'm binging through. I'm through the first 2 seasons. I'm almost done with season 3, and then once I'm done with Clone Wars, I'm then going to jump straight in and keep watching and do Rebels as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, the fight between. Do you know who the fight? The fight between.
I saw that. It's the best thing ever.
Fight between Ahsoka and Darth Maul in the last few episodes is like. They got Ray Park to do his own choreography.
The motion capture. Watching Ray Park do that. And seeing how that translates to the show, like the show had really good lightsaber fights anyway.
Yeah.
And then seeing that, it makes it even better.
It's amazing. It's so good watching it too.
Yeah.
But I mean, I stole your thunder. Go.
That's definitely like because I've finished Community. I reckon that's probably one of the things I probably should jump on. I've kind of been a bit lost, not knowing what to start watching.
I just wanted to watch the last 4 episodes because a reviewer I watched released his review.
It's also very understandable to only watch the last 4 episodes in your case, because me going back and binging all of it, I am following the episode order and when the film's meant to be and everything. IGN have an article that breaks it down into, because the episode order is not the correct episode order.
It's annoying.
You watch like season 3, episode 2 and 4, and then watch season 1 episode.
Isn't that if you want to watch it like chronologically, because it's like split up?
Yeah. When they released it, they didn't release it in.
They didn't release it the correct way. Yeah. So
only for the first few seasons. Don't they fix it towards the end?
Towards the end, it actually starts to get back to normal. But
are you watching it chronologically, or you just?
I'm watching it in the order in the order that the article breaks it down in.
Oh, cool.
It actually makes a lot of sense. Like a lot of callbacks and stuff to stuff that happened in episodes that would have been afterwards. Like it makes a lot of sense.
And like I looked on IMDb, and like the last 4 episodes of it have like 99 ratings. Like it's incredible. It's awesome, and like it's just because they incorporate Revenge of the Sith into it so well.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And then the last thing I watched as well, the first episode of the Mandalorian behind the scenes show on Disney Plus. Really good. First episode came out. It's about 30 minutes ish, and it's a roundtable of all the directors. So this first episode's about directing. So it's just a roundtable discussion with the directors.
Oh, so like one of your Hollywood Reporter roundtables.
It is literally a Hollywood Reporter roundtable, but it's just focused on the directors. You get some really great behind the scenes like footage shown in there and everything. Like it's quite interesting. It's not the kind of thing that you have to watch when it comes out. It's not pressing, but like when they're all out, like it'd be well worth a watch.
Yeah, well, Also, because I think they released a bunch of shit for May the 4th. Rise of Skywalker's on Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to rewatch that.
I'll probably go back and watch it at some point, but not until once I'm done with all my binging.
It just looks so pretty now when you click the Skywalker thing and they're all there. They've all got the same font. They've all got the same thumbnail almost. It just looks really pretty.
It's all done. It's done. It's it. And that's all I watched as well.
It hit me the other day and it made me really sad that there are more bad movies in Star Wars than there are good now.
Oh, bless. Oh. Depends on how you look at it, Alex.
I mean, well, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Solo.
Is Solo bad?
Solo's not great.
I didn't think it was bad.
It's a fun it's an alright watch.
It's a fun time if you're a Star Wars fan.
I like Solo.
And you've got Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
I gotta say, I have Disney
5v4.
Yeah, I have Disney Plus open on my computer right now, and the mural thing that they have above where you scroll is really cool. So if you have it on your desktop, suss it out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice that it's finally done and everything. I'm currently just waiting for my. I every now and again I go and double check because I like having some pop vinyls, some Star Wars pop vinyls. It's a thing I have. I really want there to be one. I doubt they're going to because the butthurt fanboys who are pissed off at it will probably don't want it to happen. I really want Rey's lightsaber at the end of the film. I want a pop vinyl with that.
That's a cool lightsaber. It's just
I know. I want it. I want it, but I'm probably not going to do it.
Butthurt fanboys. Fuck you.
Fuck you, butthurt fanboys.
I'm not a butthurt fanboy.
You just hated the last two movies.
Yeah.
I have more respect though for Last Jedi than I do for Rise of Skywalker. Last Jedi took risks and did its thing, and Rise of Skywalker just didn't take risks.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway,
that's enough about Star Wars. May the 4th be with everyone.
Yeah.
Steph, what have you been watching?
What have I been watching? I watched a couple of things. I didn't put it on my letterbox because I forgot, but I'd already seen it. I rewatched Death of Stalin.
You did put it on your letterbox, mate.
Oh, did I? Oh, I love it. It's so funny. It's just my favorite character is Jason Isaacs. Oh no, Jeffrey Tambor is also very funny in that. They're all funny.
Oh, Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi's funny, but I think Jeffrey Tambor just being an idiot and just this bumbling, weak leader, and then Jason Isaacs is just cool. He's just cool. I love him. So I really liked that. I watched The Lorax because I was at my dad's house and it was on TV.
I've never seen that.
Neither have I. Isn't Zac Efron in it?
I've never seen The Lorax.
Yeah, and Taylor Swift and a bunch of others. It's all right. My sister's it's sad, Stephanie. We had to watch it in school. All those people living in the trees had to find new homes. I'm yeah. What's happening in real life.
Yeah.
I'm it's almost like it's a metaphor.
Crazy that. I preferred Horton Hears a Who.
I think I did.
That the one Jim Carrey?
Yeah. No, it is Jim Carrey.
Yeah. I liked...
Yeah, it is.
I don't think I like any of the Dr. Seuss animated movies.
Dr. Seuss.
None of them are great.
No, they're not. They're not good by any.
Because there's only three, isn't there? There's Lorax, Horton Hears a Who, and then the new Grinch.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I think so. What else did I watch? I watched the Wind Rises, that Studio Ghibli.
Yes, yeah. How was that?
Oh, bawled my eyes out. Surprise, surprise.
I nearly started watching some Studio Ghibli movies.
Almost.
Please do it. Please do. I would really Dan help. See, I don't convince you. Dan comes in, says 5 words about him. Now you're like, oh, I've got to watch these Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, but I respect Dan's opinion.
Anyway, so yeah, I watched The Wind Rises. It was really cute. Dan is right. The main character in that shows what a man. He's I'm just the whole time I'm what a man.
I reckon the first one I'm going to watch is one that Dan kept talking about, which is Up on Poppy Hill.
I need to watch that.
No, Up on Poppy Hill or whatever.
No,
Pompoko, wasn't it?
Yeah, that Pompoko.
Yeah, that's the one.
I thought we were talking about Up on Poppy Hill.
So yes,
I probably mentioned it. That's not.
I think he mentioned a lot.
It was a really good movie. It was a fictional, it is a biopic. I thought, remember when you read out the synopsis? I'm oh, it's a biopic.
Yeah.
It doesn't really it's not. It's a very fictionalized biopic. Like not much of it is a lie. Like is true. But I still liked it. I took it at its word because I just wanted to be a bit more immersed, and then I got too immersed, and I got really emotionally invested. Yeah, and then that was me, Fred.
Yeah.
What else did I watch?
You also watched Dangerous Lies?
Oh yeah, Dangerous Lies.
Oh, that's a Camila Mendes movie.
Really shit. Okay, my mum has this thing. Whenever we sit down for movie night, she's like, "Why don't we watch a thriller?" She always says it like that, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" She goes, "A nice thriller," and I'm like, "Wow, look, we always disagree on what we're gonna pick. So you just pick the movie. I'm gonna be here on my laptop doing it, whatever the hell." So first she put on When a Stranger Calls. That's right, which was shit. I've seen it ages ago. It's shit. It's not a thriller. It's a horror. So many plot holes. Don't get me started. I can't stand it.
Bless.
Then she's like, she really wanted to watch that Dangerous Lies. And I said, I would rather watch A Stranger Calls than this. And after that finished, she's like, can I put on Dangerous Lies now? So I was like, go for your life. I'm still here though. So she put it on and I'm like, the whole time, she's like, I think this is going to happen. And I'm like, yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it, Mum? Like, that would make sense. This movie is so predictable. Like, okay, it tries to be clever. It tries to have the twists and stuff. And probably some people will be fooled, but I just didn't like it. It was just lacking. I didn't care about any of the people.
What, to our audience, what Steph's trying to say, if you liked or got fooled by what's it called?
Dangerous Lies.
A Dangerous Lies, you're a simp.
More simp than my mum, which is sad.
Oh, bless.
No, I love my mum. But so not a very good movie. I just didn't care about any of the characters. I was just like,
it doesn't help, does it?
Huh?
I mean, yeah, it really doesn't help when, like you said, like you just don't care about any of the people on screen.
My mum liked it though, so I guess maybe it just wasn't my sort of movie. Like could have been another case of The Invisible Man. Like I'm sure people, although the reviews are saying otherwise, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, bless. Well, Alex.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah.
It's your time to shine.
All right, I watched Avengers Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Bad Education, we'll split it up, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, and then Brave.
Okay, there are two random ones in there.
Yeah.
When do you have time to watch all of these movies with a 16,000-word assignment that you're doing?
And you were.
While he's doing it?
Yeah.
While he's doing the assignment?
I'm pretty good. Oh, I watched like a few of these in the same day. Like I watched Ant-Man, Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange in the same day. And then I watched Guardians 2 and Bad Education the same day. Watched Ragnarok and Spider-Man the same day.
Are you sitting down watching these, like giving these your full attention, or are you doing other
some of them I'll be on my laptop, but I won't be doing work on my laptop. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to give my full attention to Ant-Man.
Or Guardians.
I did give my full attention to Guardians too.
Oh, okay.
Just to give
I liked it a bit better.
Give it some, bit of potential.
I thought Guardians 2 had some fun scenes, but overall, nothing still happens.
What are these? I want your opinion on these other two that aren't MCU films.
Brave. Never seen Brave before.
Hadn't?
Oh.
Nor have I.
It was fine.
Steph, have you seen it?
I have seen it.
Okay, cool. I've seen it as well.
It was so okay. It was just.
Yeah.
It was. The music was not good. The music was not like. Yeah.
There's nothing stand out about
No, not
Brave.
at all. I kind of forgot. It's not like her mum turns into a bear and then it's just that's tried. That's all I can really remember.
The gist of it.
And I gave it my full attention. I watched it. Oh, yeah, I did.
Her mum and her brothers turn to bears.
Yep.
And then that's the plot.
Billy Connolly's the dad.
Yep.
And
because it's Scotland.
They say that one line, which is the only thing I remember from Brave, which in the very thick Scottish accent is, "If you could change your fate, would you?"
Even I've heard that.
Exactly. It's the only thing I remember from Brave.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was fine. 2.5 stars I gave it. It's probably
average.
It's not as bad as Wall-E.
Alex out here.
I still need to watch Wall-E. I still need to watch that.
What? Honestly, I rated his thing though. I have a list of all these Pixar animated films that are in my order, and it's pretty controversial sometimes.
When was the last time you watched Up and Wall-E?
Up was what year did Up come out?
Was it then?
Like
2010, 2009. I watched it in 3D then. I was
Up
so
was
bored.
2009.
All right, so that's the last time I watched Up. When did Wall-E come out?
Okay. All I wanted to gather from that is
That was 2008.
That's when I watched Wall-E. Oh,
when-
no, I tried to watch Wall-E a few months ago and I couldn't make it.
Okay. Well,
Last time I watched Wall-E was when I saw it in the movie. So
The thing I've always gotten about Wall-E. Sorry, Braden, you go.
That's all
You go ahead.
Here's my list.
when
Pixar
we
films.
get out of having to self-isolate here in SA, when we can record together again, we need to record some commentary tracks.
Here's the thing. All right, here's my list.
I want a commentary track of all of us sitting down and watching Wall-E and Up, because I feel like we can
Brayden,
talk.
we have a nice long list on a whiteboard we need to get through as well.
Well, yeah, but then we lost 3 months, so
My question, though,
half of them were for movies coming out, and now they just got to go back. All right, so
my
here's
question. Can I just quickly ask
Yes.
my question about Wall-E?
No.
Like, is it tonally a kids' film? Because the thing I've always got, I haven't seen it. The thing I've always got from it is that it's very adult. Like the whole idea of love and being set in space and no dialogue. Like it doesn't seem like something kids would like. So I
yeah,
don't know.
it's. They do a fair amount of like physical comedy, like slapstick stuff with the robots, like
Yeah.
exploring and like
Because there's
getting
no
into
dialogue, like,
hijinks.
was it is it Evie? Is that her name?
Eve and
Eve. that's
Wall-E.
it. Yeah, but like
And-
because she flies around, so kids are going to be amazed about that. They're going to find Wall-E funny. Like,
It's
Okay.
pretty, and then they do little fun goofs where like Wall-E's floating in space, but he's gonna propel himself with a fire extinguisher. Haha.
so here's
It's
my
very innocent.
I see.
here's my list of my Pixar films because some people hate it. This starting from bottom to top.
Okay,
So, bottom we have Cars 2.
as
we
it
all
should
know why.
be.
Next I have The Good Dinosaur. I haven't seen The Good Dinosaur.
I haven't seen it
better
either.
than Cars 2.
Crazy. It is a crazy film.
I just imagine it's better than Cars 2.
It's better than Cars 2, but it is not good. Like there's a whole acid trip scene. There's
Okay.
like it's-
Jesus.
Yeah, can we remember the fact that Dora also had like a fucking trip
Yeah.
scene?
I mean, yeah, Dora did
Alright,
have a
And that was
massive
fantastic.
LSD
Number
thing.
20, Finding Dory. I hate that movie,
All right.
I would say. Monsters University. The Incredibles 2.
Okay.
I like Monsters University a
me
bit.
too.
I like it
but
because of the world it's set in, but I definitely understand why it's so low.
I can definitely feel that.
So here's the thing. My bottom one, most of my bottom ones are sequels.
Yep.
yeah.
So yeah, Incredibles 2, which we all know my opinions on.
Yeah.
Cars 3, which was okay. Then here we go. Wall-E, Up, A Bug's Life, Brave.
I'm surprised A Bug's Life is above Up and Wall-E.
Brave is above Up and Wall-E.
Onward, Cars, Ratatouille. um,
There we go.
Ratatouille.
Toy Story 4, coming in at number 9. Finding Nemo, number 8. Monsters Inc., number 7. Coco,
Love.
number 6. Inside Out, number 5. Toy Story, number 4. Toy Story 3, number 3. And The Incredibles, number 2. And then The GOAT, the greatest
put
Pixar film, the
Inside
greatest animated movie of all time, Toy Story 2.
I gotta
I would put
say,
Inside Out below Monsters University and what was that other one?
Monsters University.
Jesus.
Monsters Inc. And
I was gonna say,
I'd have Monsters
what's
Inc.
that other one?
I'd have Monsters Inc. a bit higher, but
I put
that's
below that.
because I had a love for
I
that
like
movie.
my
I love
lord.
Coco and Inside
Sorry.
Out are two of my favorites.
Coco was gorgeous. Everything like
I
that would
still
be
need to
very
see
high up
Coco.
there.
Inside Out is fantastic though. That movie when fucking,
Yes.
Bing Bong or whatever its name is,
Yeah.
gets
Yes.
dusted. Gets
Fades
That's funny.
away.
I actually forget about all of that. All I think of are the emotions. Oh, actually, you know what? That is a funny movie. Even the whole helicopter guy that become with me, the senorita, you know that whole fantasy
Yeah.
in the mum's head, and then the triple M gum that got stuck in my head for God knows how long. Actually, that's a pretty good movie. I take it back.
and I love the whole dream filmmaking factory.
Everything they
Yeah,
managed to
it is
do
clever.
and fit
and the boy
into
and
it is
the
incredible.
imaginary boyfriend generator. I
Yeah.
would die for Riley.
It's
It's
just
actually a very good movie.
and
I
it's
retract
just
my previous
Harry
sentence.
Styles. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Inside Out is brilliant.
I remember you made me watch it for the first time a couple of years ago, Choppy.
Yeah, Inside Out's fucking great.
Mm.
That's
What's
it.
what was Bad Education?
Bad Education is this new Hugh Jackman film that
yes,
came
yes.
out on HBO, and because VPNs. Thank you.
Yeah. Was it not on Netflix? I thought I saw it on
no,
Netflix.
it comes out on Foxtel Showcase May 17th.
Okay.
So, because Foxtel Showcase here is basically HBO.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's about high school, like the high school embezzlement from a few from years ago, and it's really good. Hugh Jackman, like best I've ever seen Hugh Jackman. He plays a sociopath.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's really good. Like it's about him and Alison Janney like embezzling money from the school and all that.
Wow.
Really good, really short. Same director as Thoroughbreds.
Oh yeah.
And it's perfect run time, 1 hour and 48 minutes. So
Good run time.
everyone recommend watching that. It's like there's not too much to say about it other than that it's just really interesting.
Nice.
Okay.
That's fair enough. Do we want to jump into our homework segment? We all watched Netflix's Extraction.
We did.
My nana watched it as well. My nana hated it.
Before we go into this, when my nan and pop were down last weekend, my pop was watching this. I don't know his thoughts on it, but I remember walking in, things blew up. I turned around and walked back out.
My nana came out of her room. She was watching it in there, and she was like, "I started it, and then it was just violent." And I was wanting some. I gave it the chance and wanted some plot to happen, and nothing happened.
One thing I want to say before jumping into it though was like, isn't it so refreshing to see an Australian main character being fully Australian?
He's so Aussie.
The best part of the movie, in my opinion, there's a scene where he goes to it's that during that really like good one long take car chase, and
yes, that was one of the things I was going to talk about.
And he misses the turnoff, and he goes, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And I was just like, "That's the most Australian thing."
There are so many good moments like that where he's just straight up like he is just a pissed off, exhausted Australian bloke who is just he's under so much pressure and under so many circumstances. He's just like, "Oh, fuck's sake!" It's like, "Oh, you little shit."
Which you just notice the big thing, like when we're first introduced to him, and you have like we've just had the whole introduction in Bangladesh, hearing all the accents, the foreign language. Then they cut to Hemsworth, and they're all just like, "Oh yeah, fucking." Like,
he's just like, "Can you stop swearing? Find a new fucking adjective."
I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. No, it's actually pretty good though.
The first thing he says in the movie is "Hold my beer."
Yeah.
Well, I meant not the movie. The movie's not very good, but having the Aussie main character is.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think no one's watching this movie for the plot.
No.
My mum messaged me because I was at my dad's. She's like, "Stephanie, I was just watching this thriller called Extraction, and this is because." Does
she think movies are called thrillers now?
I was still 17 again, so I had no intention of watching this.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah. She goes, "You have to watch it, Stephanie. It's so good." And Hopper from Stranger Things is in it. And I'm like,
wow, huge spoiler.
Can we talk about Thor versus Hellboy?
I was so dude, you have no idea how hype I was when freaking David Harbour appeared on screen.
You didn't know he was in it?
I was not expecting it.
Oh, you guys didn't know?
No.
It was good. What
I really liked was like the first like when like there's the dude that the dad sends to go get the kid, and then Chris their knife fight. I really like. I always like a good knife fight.
Let's talk about this. The action was so well filmed. It felt like a John Wick movie.
Yeah. So I actually started. I took notes because there were some moments that I wanted to call out. And these were my notes. My notes were that first car chase was excellent. How many like making it all look like it's one take and everything, and obviously like doing a lot of really clever stuff where they're like craning from a car and then into the back seat, and then the back window breaks and it goes through there and cranes back. Like brilliant stuff there. That entire car chase was excellent. One of my other favorite moments from this film, the child fight scene. Yeah. Where he's just beating up these kids who come and attack him.
No, my favorite is when he like slaps the kid.
Yeah.
He just like, instead of punching him, he just like slaps his face.
A little shit.
You know me, I don't go for action movies at all. So I was surprised to find that I quite liked these action scenes in terms of like the choreography of them. I think
then you'd love John Wick because this.
What did you think? sorry, I need to give John Wick a go. But what did you guys think of, spoiler alert, like having the ending essentially at the beginning of the film, so we knew straight up, like, oh, he's in trouble. Like, there's.
Yeah, I mean, that's a. I know some people don't like that trope in films where they go, "Well, I guess you're wondering how I got here."
It's basic. If he turned to camera and said, "Well, you're probably thinking, gee, how did I get in this mess?"
But it's almost like I was like, oh, he's dead. Like, I thought he's coughing up blood on me. He's not coming back from that. That's what I thought.
Oh my god!
But it does allow for that, like showing that that he's in that state at that point. But then it also allowed for like that last heroic moment where he's just stands up, grenade launcher and rifle,
Rambo's it. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I thought Chris Hemsworth was great, and from what I've heard, is that he does most of his own action scenes.
I saw something. It was like they were like really long days shooting those.
Yeah, and also this is a stuntman making the stuntman directed this movie. I think he's also the one that plays the guy with a beard that gets sniped in the beginning, a part of their team.
Oh, really? I was going to say, nice. I really liked him. Yeah, I was so on board for him as a character, and then
so he was a director, and he's also the stuntman for most of the MCU movies.
Nice.
So he directed this. And we're finding a lot. This is like with the trend with what happened with John Wick. The two guys who directed the first John Wick were also stuntmen for The Matrix, and they made that film, and now they're big directors. Which this guy's got a lot of talent too. Like, I'm really enjoying seeing these new action movies come out where like the action's so well choreographed, so well filmed, everything's in frame, you know what's going on. And I just want to talk about the fact that Chris Hemsworth used another man's legs to break another man's neck.
Yeah.
Dude, there are so many moments
also
like that.
Also the fact that you got the whole broken rake and he's just shoving his face.
Dude, there's another moment in that one room fight scene that they do when he's got the rake and everything. There's a moment where he like swings that guy up into the hole in the wall where it's the exposed brick. He hits his head and then he slams back down on the bottom. So much in that sequence. Sorry, there was another thing I wanted to say, and it was about the John Wick thing. Sorry, my next point was, holy fucking what, David Harbour.
Yeah.
The next thing was a quote from when they were having the nice talk in David Harbour's home. It was the kid being like, "You don't look like a Tyler," and him being like, "What do I look like?" Is the kid's like, "A Brad." I thought that was funny.
I like the quote where the kid said, "It's like, the guy didn't die by falling in the river. He died by
you don't die by falling in the river. You die by sitting in it."
Yeah, or like that.
And they had the imagery of him at the start and then the kid at the end doing it.
Apparently, sorry, you go, Braden.
Sorry, the one quick thing. The fight choreography feels like John Wick, but it's a bit more brute force, whereas John Wick is very finessed.
Yeah, it's more tactical, more there's more.
John Wick is like, this guy is an assassin. Like, he is so good at his shit. This guy is a mercenary. He's going to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was initially thinking, I'm like, wow, Bangladesh, like, that's a pretty odd, or like, that's a pretty niche country to set the movie in. I'm like, wow, I wonder why they went with Bangladesh. Turns out Bangladesh isn't very happy about the movie.
I'm not surprised.
Because it's probably painted in a bad picture.
Any movies made about us, and now you're going to make a movie with drug lords and killing kids and all this other shit.
Oh, when he tosses that kid off the roof?
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
And then the other kid's like, that was the kid. Like, that was the kid who did it.
Took your money.
That was the funniest shit.
I mean, I'm surprised that he took his word for it. I mean, that'd be the easy way out to be like, oh yeah, the kid you just killed was the one who took the money.
Yeah.
I'm like, right.
It's the case of the drug lord like respecting the kid, being like, eh.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, spoilers. Right?
Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Spoilers. Obviously, Chris Hemsworth survived.
I mean,
that's a kid. No, that I swear.
Yeah,
at the end of the movie, that was the guy. Like that was Chris Hemsworth watching him.
I believe that was him, but I thought it was more of like a metaphoric hallucination of this.
They didn't show a body. They didn't show a funeral.
I was thinking that as well.
Yeah, they showed him like kind of sinking a little bit.
Yeah, and they showed
this movie just became a crocker because look, he got shot in the neck. He was already bleeding from the mouth.
You can survive that though.
Huge bridge, smacked the water. I mean, really. Really.
Well, also there's talks of an Extraction 2 coming out now. So
yeah, that checks out.
I don't. I mean, I'll probably watch it. Mum will want to watch it.
I gotta say,
I'll tell her to survive. She'll be thrilled.
In the sense of this being an all-action movie with really not any plot going on, it had me for a moment where I was like, this has serious potential. Like, the whole time I was just like, this has so much potential for a cool plot. And it just didn't.
The layers of double crossing, I feel like it could have been done, really, it could have been done in a way to, like, kick the movie up a notch.
Also, I feel like the kid was a bit one note. They could have done more with him as a character.
Yeah.
I think it was a good actor.
It's kind of just following behind. That's
maybe you could have done, like, that kid grew up in a world of drugs and stuff. You could have done something with him with that.
Yeah,
like give his character a bit more layers.
It was things like that, and then it was also the case for me where I was like, all right, you're setting up a really cool like story where we're going along, and like someone coming into this film is going to think like, oh yeah, Chris Hemsworth, he's a hero, and then like they're not good people. No. Like, they're mercenaries. They just want they're literally stealing this kid for the money. And like, I thought they could have done so much more with how they're not doing the right thing. They're doing what's going to get them money, and they're bad guys too. And then they just didn't.
I gave this a 3 out of 5 just mainly because of the action scenes. But
I gave it a 3 out of 5 because I thought it was a good time.
I thought it was fun. But I thought Hemsworth is still just showing us that he's a really good actor, and he's very versatile too.
Yeah, 100%.
He made me feel for him. It's the only scene I got, like, when he's talking about his kid. I was like, oh, damn, Hemsworth.
Yeah.
I also like, I know, like, dies, the kid dies, like, parent, like, gets caught up in the parents thing or cancer sort of thing. But I don't know. The fact that the son wasn't just caught up in like dad's dirty work or whatever.
Yeah. It was like, oh no, he just left because he's a bad dad. And now he's traumatized.
Wasn't he on tour? Wasn't he literally?
He joined the army in order to avoid.
But he could have been there. Yeah.
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 Overall, pretty fun movie.
Yeah.
Good action, weak plot, weak characters at some points.
Yeah. 3 out of 5.
I literally like, when going into this, all I knew, there was a lot of, like, by seeing things on the internet, I knew it was just like a lot of action, so that's all I went in expecting.
Yeah, I just knew it was really well done action when I went into it,
and it certainly was.
Yeah.
Now, Michael, it's your turn to give us homework next week.
All right. Now I'm going to Disney Plus for this one. All right, this is one that me and my mum love to watch. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
I am interested.
I haven't watched it in years. It's Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Never seen it.
Oh my god!
I have never seen it.
I read the book.
I used to love this movie.
No, I think I might have. When I read the book, I was like, I gotta watch the movie. Oh my goodness! Okay.
I am absolutely loving how that has given such a really nice balance to our homework segments, though, so far, where we've had Snowpiercer, and then we've had Fish Called Wanda, and then we've had Extraction, and now we're getting Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Like, I'm on board for it.
Okay.
So I'm
very happy with that.
I'm happy to watch this again, but I haven't watched it in years. But
You're gonna watch it with your mum, Michael?
I might have to.
I was going to say, I feel like you have to. I feel like if you go into a conversation with your mum,
I might just have to watch it twice. I might just have to watch it twice.
Yeah. You don't want to break her heart.
No.
All right, kids.
There we go.
Are you ready?
All right, we ready? Let's smash this out. We are on a mission.
How much longer do we have?
Well, to reach an hour, we got like 10 minutes.
Okay, we can
smash this out in 20 minutes. So,
all right, let's do this.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alex proposed an idea about 3 minutes before we started recording this episode. We are going to be doing a tier list. For those of you who don't know, a tier list is a tier list going down from S to A rank to B rank to C rank to D rank, and you rank everything of a certain thing. Yeah. And we're doing the MCU.
In honor of Endgame coming out just over a year now.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
In honor of Black Widow should have been in theaters right now.
Yep. All right. Everyone, let's get into it. What do we want to go into order of when they came out?
I just I want to first put Thor: Dark World in D.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
I want to get the not good ones done first,
Okay,
so that we
so-
can build up.
What I think we should do is that we should put say Thor: The Dark World's here, and then we say the Incredible Hulk's a D. But which one do we think's worse, Incredible Hulk or Thor: The Dark World? I think Incredible Hulk.
I'll put them in order as well.
I think
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk.
I reckon what we should do, put them in the categories first, and then we'll order them.
Okay.
So you just get them in the categories.
We can tidy it up after.
Because
Alright,
then
so-
we can bang through the orders and then talk a little bit more after.
All right. So Braden wants to do an order of best to worst, which is really hard. So we're not going to do that.
No, worst to best.
I mean, we could obviously put something like Endgame in the S tier, like straight up.
Some people wouldn't though. I would.
I would.
How many? Are we going to put like a limit on how many can be in the S
Well,
tier?
no,
Because
it's
that's
just-
pretty exclusive.
I mean,
Alright,
it's just,
so
it's
that's
just our
just-
opinion.
I think we
So-
should do it in order of release day at the moment.
All right, let's go with Alex's and see how we go.
All right.
Iron Man 1. I personally think Iron Man 1's an S tier.
S tier.
Freaking hell. Of course you do.
I
I
would.
wouldn't put it in S tier. I wouldn't be so lenient with this S tier.
Yeah,
There are
I
maybe
don't reckon we should be
3
lenient with the
reasons I
S
can
tier.
think of that would be there.
B, I'm sitting between B and A. I'm not too sure.
Really? Iron Man, the first one.
I would.
know.
I would.
I think I'm
I
leaning
would put
towards
it
A.
I would
I'm
put
happy
it.
to put it in
towards
A.
Are we agreeing on an A?
I'm happy
Yeah,
to drop it to
alright,
A.
I'll
Lock it
I'll
in.
go with that.
There we
Alright,
go.
Iron Man 2. Now, here's the thing. Iron Man 2, if you asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have been like, that's a D. I rewatched it, and Sam Rockwell carries that movie on his shoulders. And
I was gonna say Iron Man 2 is a C in my book.
I'd
I
put it in
reckon
a
it's.
C.
I reckon I'm
Yeah, I
with
would
C
say
as
C.
well.
All right, good.
Just
So
because
are we
Sam
gonna
Rockwell.
be a 3-person majority to make this to
Yeah.
get something into a certain tier. All right.
All right, next up is The Incredible Hulk.
I've never
Now.
watched The Incredible Hulk. Like this is the one Marvel
That's,
movie.
I mean, I feel like that's a D because it's not
It
even
doesn't
really a
even
part of the
count as
MCU.
being a part of the MCU, really.
I was gonna say the fact that people, the fact that it is counted still shocks me.
Yeah.
Next, we have Thor, the first Thor. I think Thor's a C.
C. C.
Yeah, I would put it as a C. That's fair.
Yeah.
Like a C plus, it's a C
Yeah.
plus.
I'd say it's probably more watchable than Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
next
it's
up,
definitely more watchable than Iron Man 2.
Captain America, the First Avenger. Now, I'm sorry, I think Captain America, the First Avenger is an A tier movie.
A tier.
I would
First
say,
Avenger.
I would personally say B tier.
I'm sitting.
Personally.
I'm going B tier. I'm going B.
I was gonna say because I'm really awkwardly sitting on a B plus A minus tier. So
Okay, it could be.
all right, it might be like top of B though. Like,
Yeah, I
yeah.
It
reckon.
could B plus, yeah.
yeah.
I just think it's really. I love that movie so much. All right. Next up, we have boys, girls. It's the Avengers.
Okay.
All right, so
Oh.
guys, I know it's an
This one's a bit
unpopular
hard.
opinion,
I think it's A.
but
I-
I was gonna come out and say it's D, and I'm joking.
I don't
That
think
is a
it's
good
S.
movie. I like the shawarma scene at the end. I like Loki. Loki's in it.
I don't think it's S.
I don't
It's
think
not
it's
S.
No.
If we're being really lenient, I don't think it's. I reckon.
No,
yeah, A.
because if it was S, it's like S is God tier. Like
Well, here-
S
yeah.
is the best.
Here's the thing.
shit.
I think if Iron Man's an A, then the Avengers should be an A.
Yeah,
All right,
Yes.
that's fair. No, I'll agree with
I'm
that.
very okay with that.
All right, next up. Okay, here we go. Iron Man 3. I fucking love Iron Man 3. If this was me, Iron Man 3 would be in an A. But
All
I
right,
know I'm the only person in the world.
How does everyone else feel about Iron Man 3?
I enjoy
forgettable,
it, but
but I don't remember anything that
out of the
happened in
3 Iron Man movies, it's the one I've seen the least for some reason.
Me too.
I'm
There's
happy.
probably a reason for that
I
one.
understand if you want to drop it to a C. I will not.
I-
be
I-
hurt.
Brady, what do you reckon?
I would put Iron Man 3 in a B.
I'm sitting very top end of C or into B. So
All right, let's put him in. I would say C personally. Oh God, I feel
All right.
mean.
All right, so-
Poor
so-
Iron
Yeah,
Man.
you guys have the majority for it.
Yeah, so
yeah,
Brady,
very
you okay with that, though?
top end of C. Top end of C.
I was gonna say top end of C I'm happy with, or bottom end of B. So
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
We can
but
always
you
shift
guys
it later.
both said,
See how we go.
I'd put it in A. But
Yeah.
we've already done Thor: The Dark World. All right,
Where it
Captain
deserves
America: The Winter Soldier. To me, this is an
A.
S. This is an
to.
S.
Oh, yes.
I would agree with S.
I think
I
this
think it's
movie.
S.
This
Yeah,
movie
one of my
changed so
favorites,
much
definitely.
for the
This
MCU.
is one of the few movies I would put in the S tier. Yes.
It's incredible.
It's one of those movies that works really well even when you disconnect it from the MCU.
Yeah, we're about to get. I think Captain America 2 is about to get a friend because next up we have Guardians.
Captain America.
Okay, now here comes. This is my thing. I reckon it's S2 because it's one of my
favorites. I think Guardians is S2 as well.
It's one of my favorites.
I mean, the fact that it's a movie with a talking tree and a talking raccoon, and they nailed it.
Yeah,
I would put it in S tier. Yeah, I would say that. Okay. Yeah. I'm just thinking about the other movies that I would consider S tier, and I would put Guardians on top of. Yeah, I would put them with that. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
What came after Guardians? I think after Guardians it was Age of Ultron.
Are you doing this off by heart?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I just watched them all.
I was going to say, Alex did just rewatch them. So
Age of Ultron, I think, is a low B.
Low B. Low B, I reckon.
Age of Ultron. Okay, what do you reckon, Braden?
You see, now I'm looking comparison wise, and I'm like, you see, I'd prefer to watch Iron Man 3 than I would.
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
And I would put it in the C tier if it was me.
Age of Ultron did a lot setting up the MCU.
It did a lot, but I think just as its own film, I don't think it holds up as much. Like, I'm trying to think back to all these. I can remember moments from it, but like
I can remember like, quite a few bits from it. Like I never disliked it, but I can see what you mean. It's definitely.
Although didn't we get Wanda and I mean, that's nice. We got Vision. We got Wanda. We got the other guy, poor man who didn't make it through. What's his name?
Quicksilver.
The Zoom Man. That's the one.
The Zoom Man.
All right.
I mean, that's nice. I would put it to a B then for that. If you guys want to put it to a B, I don't care.
I reckon it was a B.
I reckon a B too.
All right. So at this
pretty
point,
even guys too.
It's at the lower end of B at the moment.
Yeah, it's a B minus for sure.
Next up, I think Ant-Man. We have. I think Ant-Man's a high C.
High C.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'm happy with Ant-Man being a high C.
Yeah, I think I'd put it above Iron Man.
It did a very good job of introducing genre to the MCU.
Yeah, it was a heist film.
It's a good heist film. Like,
I wouldn't say it's a low B. I don't think it's that high. I think it's a high C.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah. All right. Up next, we have Captain America: Civil War. I'd put this A.
Me too. I
put it above Iron Man though.
Or I'd put it here in between Iron Man and this.
I'd put it above Iron Man.
All right.
I would also put it above Iron Man.
This is just my opinion. I'm just stating my opinion.
That movie's got emotion. The fight scene between Tony and Cap at the end.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite scenes.
Where it's Iron Man going like, I don't care. He killed my mum.
Yeah, I just got chills thinking about it.
When Cap's like, I'm sorry, Tony, he's my friend, and then Tony's like, so was I. And then, rewatching it was definitely the best rewatch I've done out of all of these when rewatching it.
Civil War is very good. I remember the hype for it, working at Hoyt's. I remember, who came? Did anyone come to that when I got everyone tickets?
Yeah. No, not me.
You weren't invited? Michael, you came, didn't you?
I think so, maybe. I can't remember. It was a while ago.
Anyway, next up we have Doctor Strange.
I love that movie. I would put that A. I would put that S, but
I personally think it goes in between here.
Alex, I'm sorry, you're getting outranked.
Okay, where do you want to put it?
I don't know where.
Getting outnumbered. Like, I love Doctor Strange.
I would put it A at the very least.
I'd put it bottom A, I reckon.
Yeah.
I'm happy with bottom A. I just think it's a bit, he's a bit too much like Tony Stark in that movie.
I like it better than the Avengers.
Okay. I do like the fight. I like how it changed up with the fight at the end, how he uses his mind to battle him with the time thing. Yeah. It's not like a big CGI fight.
I'm biased. He's like my favorite in the whole MCU. Doctor Strange, I love him.
He's definitely up there for me as well.
This is where my memory's getting foggy. I think it's Guardians 2 next, which...
It doesn't matter too much.
Wow, Alex, really? You just rewatched it. You nothing new.
I mean, at least here for me.
Yeah.
But
although it's Guardians, I reckon.
That if we want to be harsh, we'd put it in. Guardians 2. Oh no, I think C's okay. I thought we were looking at.
But where in C? But where would we put it?
Between Iron Man 3 and Thor.
Yeah.
Look closely.
Man.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
It's the
fair.
ending. It's got one of the best Marvel endings. So like emotional with Yondu's funeral and all that. Which honestly, for the emotion, I'm happy putting it above Ant-Man.
But then I want Iron Man 3 higher.
Oh.
Okay, well, we'll put it in between here, and then we'll come back.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Spider-Man: Homecoming's next. I think this is high B.
High B.
Yeah, high B.
I agree with that.
Braden?
I agree with that.
Do you think this is an A? Isn't it?
Yeah, I wanted an A, but you guys outnumber me, so.
I think it's a high B because I think what's the one where he goes on his little trip?
Far From Home.
I think Far From Home is better as well.
Spider-Man on his little trip.
I think though, rewatching this, I mean, Spider-Man: Far From Home was a really good rewatch as well. I mean, Michael Keaton's Vulture.
He's really good.
I mean, I'm pressured enough to put it here even.
I'll be okay with that. I'd be okay with that.
All right, I just don't want us getting too like Oprah Winfrey on the A's.
You guys know. I was going to say.
Why are you getting so paranoid about where the thing? Like,
because we got to be critical.
Legit, when we started, it was like, all right, cool. If it's 3-on-1, it instantly goes to the other one. And you guys all said B's, and then I said A, and then somehow it ended up in the A column for a minute.
All right.
What's next? I think. What would be next, guys? I think Ragnarok's next. Ragnarok.
Or Ant-Man and the Wasp? No.
Was Ant-Man and the Wasp that late in the game?
Ant-Man and the Wasp was in between Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah,
that's true. It was
too. Jesus.
I think this is definitely better than the Avengers.
I think it's an A. I think Ragnarok's an A.
Yeah.
I would even put Ragnarok.
I'd put it above Iron Man. I'd put it above Iron Man personally.
I'm one of those people who I would put this at an S. I love Thor Ragnarok.
I was actually just going to say I'd put it an S too. That was one of the ones I was thinking.
Yeah. Like Thor
I
Ragnarok.
love Ragnarok.
I will watch anytime, any day. Like that's the kind of film that like I don't care what mood I'm in.
Oh, we've got 2 for Ragnarok and S.
We're at a stalemate here.
I'm happy to put it low S.
Yeah,
low S.
I'll
nice. All right.
I think the joke at the and it sucks that it's at the beginning, but the funniest joke in that movie was like Thor, son of Odin, and he's like Surtur, son of a bitch.
Yeah, son.
I love the whole play with
bitch.
Matt Damon. When Matt Damon walks up and he's playing.
All right, the one that I've been dreading.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm thinking low C.
I'm thinking high C.
I'm thinking low B.
I'm also thinking low B.
I don't know.
I'd very much rather watch Ant-Man.
Alex, there's a great functionality on this app, okay? I want you to go to the cog function.
Yeah.
Yep. I want, there should be something for adding a middle. You should be able to add row below. I want there to be a mid-ground.
A special tier just for Black Panther.
Call it stalemate.
You made it black. Oh my God.
This made this black.
Yeah.
It's because we are at a stalemate, and that is the only reason for
What color is this?
Oh, Alex, you've stuffed it.
It was like the next orange, next one down.
Oh my God.
One in between. Yeah, there you go.
If you're an audio listener, I highly recommend watching us on YouTube do this. Here we go. So that's the... Okay, now it looks really bad. We can't have it. Make it purple.
Shocking.
It can't be the color black. Oh my God. Okay.
All right, that's the only exception to the rule here, but we had to cheat a little bit.
All right.
We had to cheat because otherwise it wouldn't have worked.
Because Alex really doesn't like Black Panther that much.
Yeah.
After Black Panther was Infinity War. S.
Oh God. Sorry, I was looking at it. I forgot. I didn't hear what you guys were saying for a second. I looked down and we were all talking about, like, I thought we were going in order from first to last on that list there. And you guys were talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp. And I thought, what?
Fucking loved Ant-Man.
So, Steph, where would you put Infinity War? Just
Yeah, I'd put Infinity War in S.
I put it highest.
Yeah.
I'd put it. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Was Captain Marvel the next one?
Nah,
it's the kind of thing where if you put Infinity War and Winter Soldier in front of me, I'd rather watch Infinity War.
Yeah. I would put
Man and Wasp.
I'd put
it as a high D personally.
Oh, high D. I agree with that. It's very forgettable.
Yeah. I don't remember anything that happens. I just remember the
low C, high D, I reckon, for me. So I agree with that.
Right?
I have it in the C bracket. So I would agree.
If you want to put it in the C bracket, then go for it.
No, I was going to say I'm fine with it sitting in the high Ds.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think it's about to get a friend because
Alex.
I'm happy doing this, but I'm happy moving this here.
I
Yeah,
would put them
I agree
both
with-
down there.
I agree with that.
I think Ant-Man and the Wasp is better. I've stuffed it up.
So
I'm happy with this.
Braden's also.
Braden,
I'm being
Captain
out-
Marvel.
I'm
was
being
so-
outnumbered. I'm
was
being
so
outnumbered.
In terms of, like, as a movie, it's not bad, but like in comparison with the other Marvel films, I think it lacks.
I'm dreading coming to it.
you just don't want to watch it.
I just don't want to
Why
watch
don't
it
you
again.
just skip over it? No one's forcing you to watch these movies, Alex.
Bad buddy for authenticity.
All right. Okay.
All right, are we all happy
Authenticity.
with this, Braden? I know we're breaking your
Braden,
heart.
can you sleep tonight?
I'll be
Knowing
fine.
that was
I'll
there.
live. I'll live because I know. I'll live because I know one of my good friends is going straight up to the S rank in a minute.
And
All right.
that is Spider-Man. Nah, I mean, I think Endgame is here.
Yes. I would
That's
say
it.
Infinity War is better than Endgame.
Well, I personally enjoy Endgame, but Infinity War is more of a movie.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what
See,
I mean.
I like Endgame more, but I do agree with that. I feel like they're both like equal with me, so like it could just be.
Yeah,
either
they're pretty
way.
par. They're pretty on par.
It's the kind of thing where Endgame strokes your nostalgia and your emotions and everything,
Yeah.
whereas Infinity War is just like so much is happening.
Mhm.
All right, next up we have Spider-Man Far From Home.
I reckon
I'm-
it's an A.
I think it's
I
high
do-
A. I think it's.
I would do mid A.
I'd go above Avengers.
I'd go in between Iron Man and Civil War.
Civil War. All right,
Yeah.
I'd pay that.
Braden?
All right, I'm fine with it going that high because I would give it a low S. So
I think honestly, I think everything about it works so well. I do think though Michael Keaton's a better villain.
I
think,
would
yeah. My
Michael
one
agree.
Keaton's a
criticism
villain.
With Far From Home is like I think it maybe drags a little bit towards
And
the end.
also
the whole,
Far From
like-
Home cuts emotion with humor too many times.
Yeah, yeah.
okay, yeah.
They really could have had a much stronger feel like hits in the heart if they didn't throw a little joke
Yeah.
at the end.
True, but I like Jake Gyllenhaal, so
I do like Jake.
Now looking at this, do we have any grievances?
I'm quite happy with the list.
I think Thor Ragnarok is a high A.
High A.
I
That's what
disagree,
I
but
said
if I'm
initially.
outnumbered,
I
then
said
I'm
it
outnumbered.
initially.
I'm still with Steph, so
Okay. We
Does
need
Thor
majority. I think
does
we need
Thor
majority to
get
move
another little its
Like
own one.
I would have Ragnarok above Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
If
Yeah, I
if
would.
Here's my thing though. Like, it kills
I'd
me
have
that
to
Iron
rewatch
Man isn't
Guardians
in
again.
S team. It kills me that Iron Man isn't in S tier.
But would you put Civil War above Iron Man? Is the thing.
I'd rather watch Iron Man than Civil War.
Interesting.
But I mean, I'm one person, and we have a majority here.
I'd rather watch Civil War. But the thing is, like, I enjoy Iron Man, but like Civil War is just really good.
See, I personally would put Civil War over Thor Ragnarok.
I don't.
Yeah, I would too. I really like
I
Civil War.
would. I know. I would not. No. I
If
love
it comes to
Ragnarok.
here's the thing, Thor Ragnarok has no emotion though. It's all jokes.
Yeah, but I think I don't know if that's what makes a movie.
Mm.
Like, I guess I quite like I like the humor in it, and I like the development in the characters and things like that, and I like the plot itself. But look, like I said, I mean, we're at another stalemate here, aren't we?
True.
See, the only thing that's bugging is I know where I would put Black Panther. And
Same. I'd put it in high C.
I'd put it below Iron Man 3. For me.
I personally
I
would
mean-
too, though. That's the thing.
So,
I
like,
just think high C would be nice.
hypothetically, if we moved, could we compromise? Could we like have a trade off here?
What do you
Like,
want
you
to
guys can put Black Panther into C if we can keep Ragnarok an S.
I think Ragnarok's staying in S no matter what now.
Yeah,
You need more. You need a majority to bring it down. We don't have a majority.
But we're at a stalemate. Oh, okay.
Oh, message.
Okay.
So now we brought up the point of Black Panther.
Well,
See,
All right.
now
Brady, what do you reckon?
I'd like to. So I'm happy with where it is right now. I'm happy with everything in this list right now. My only thing is, I'd like for us to be able to share this list on social media without it looking like we're being incredibly racist. So I think we do need to actually put Black Panther into one of these spots.
But hey,
it's very funny.
In the Himalayas or whatever. That's not racist.
I think that's definitely not the point, Steph.
Where do we want to put it? I would put it here.
I thought you meant like you wanted us to put it higher so we didn't seem racist.
I'm fine with I want it put in either or right now.
And in an actual
literally segregate.
Rather than literally making it look like segregation, I would. I'm more happy with it being a high C than it looking like we're incredibly racist.
I'd put it here. Here's the thing. I think it's a perfectly fine movie. I think it's good. I just think it's way overhyped.
I think we put it above Ant-Man for Michael B. Jordan.
I think I can live with that.
Okay.
All right. Because I do like Michael B. Jordan, and I will agree with it, even though I prefer Ant-Man over it.
I think Iron Man 3 should be higher now talking about it. I'd put Iron Man 3 over Ant-Man.
I'd put Iron Man 3 above Guardians 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Would you put it above Ant-Man?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Paul Rudd holds Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd does hold Ant-Man.
I think we might have it, folks.
Are we all good with this?
Is this going to turn it into a pyramid?
No, this is it.
No, it just stays that way.
Oh, okay. You know how you see them like with the shapes, the Arnott shapes, how they had like that's the only tier I've seen. So,
and
Steph, don't worry, I'll make a nice, pretty version.
Thanks, Braden. I trust you.
Braden, do you want me to save and download it anyway?
Yes, and then send it on our chat so that I don't have to look back at this and find it again.
I think this is a pretty populist tier as well. I don't think there are going to be too many upset people with it.
Oh, I think this is going to upset people.
That's going to be a controversy.
I think this is going to upset people.
We're absolved from guilt. We made our stand.
Yeah,
I think this is going to be I think this is going to be unpopular as well.
The general population do really like Guardians 2.
And Captain Marvel down there in D. That's going to get
I also like Captain Marvel. I just didn't even have to make a point because I knew I wasn't going to win anything.
Honestly, in my opinion, Ant-Man and the Wasp and above are all perfectly watchable films.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry. Captain Marvel's so boring.
Like, look.
It's less interesting Thor.
The MCU is good. They all make good movies. That's why it's so popular. You know what I mean? Like, we're not saying that any of these movies are particularly
I mean, they struggled a bit in the middle with Thor and Iron Man 2.
But, we're not saying a movie here is bad. We're just saying some are better than others. Okay.
Well, I think there we go.
Are we done?
We've done it, folks.
There we go. There's our tier list.
That's it.
Okay, we got through that with quite a few less arguments than I thought we were.
Yeah. If you'd like to hear us do more tier lists in the future, just because we've figured out that it's a nice, fun thing we can do over Zoom.
We can do Star Wars.
Yeah, we can do
Disney princesses?
That would be Braden and I like.
Oh, my God. Disney princesses we could do.
Pixar films?
Yeah.
Pixar?
Yeah.
The list is endless. Oh.
Yeah. So let us know
Harry
if
Potter films?
that's something you want to do.
Harry Potter.
All right.
And with that, that's episode 56 of Millennial Movie Talk.
Are we on 56?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're chugging along.
Keep on chugging.
It's because we're going weekly.
True. Yeah, it is. It goes a lot faster now.
I think the weekly's better.
Yeah, I love it. I just want to do more of it.
It's good while we're at home, at least.
Yeah, true.
Well, I don't know. If it gets restricted, then probably next week we might be back in the studio. We don't know.
Never know. We'll see.
That's going to put an end to the homework segment. That'll be really well. We only get one turn each. Now we'd have to start screening.
Why would it put the end to the homework segment?
We can just
because then we go back to our normal. You've got some foreign movies to watch. Don't think I've forgotten.
Fuck.
No, hey, hold up. Alex, foreign segment becomes homework for you because you and I, we got global film and television next semester, my man.
And it's looking like we can actually be in the classes.
That's right.
Yeah, we are in a uni film course purely about global film and television.
Yeah, that's a good course. Let me know what you guys are learning about. I'd love to learn. Love to learn along with you.
I just wanted to choose a really easy.
Yeah, it'll be a breeze.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, best I'm gonna get I got with the gentleman assignment.
Yeah, well.
That's all right. And yeah, with that, thank you all so much for joining us. Check us out on Instagrams and stuff. Follow on Spotify if you're not. Subscribe on Instagram. On
Instagram,
iTunes, the different one, Apple Podcasts, and
leave us a review.
Yeah, leave us a review on iTunes, Apple Podcasts if you want.
If it's a good review, don't leave us a bad review.
Well, I mean,
I like diversity. Reviews
no,
are reviews.
Criticism.
I mean, like, help us out. Like, if you're gonna give us a bad review, don't give us any lower than like a 2.5. Like, because like
anything below that, you can message us privately. Take it up with us privately.
Yeah, DM us. But otherwise, like, constructive criticism is always welcome. Do remember that we are all literally, I mean, we're recording from headphones right now. Like, people, we don't have good audio right now.
It does normally sound better.
Like,
hopefully next week, man. If it's looking like the restrictions are going to be lifted by Friday. If we're lifted by Friday,
they're going to tell us on Friday for Monday, probably.
Yeah, so look on Monday, if it gets lifted, I guess we're all back in the room.
Yep, we can do some commentary tracks, and it'll be great. And with that, as always, I'm Brayden.
I'm Alex. I'm Alex.
Oh.
I'm Steph. I'm Steph. I'm not Brayden.
I'm Michael. I'll get it correct.
And we're out of here.